Quick hitters before we get into it. So Jason Kelsey praises Taylor Swift, compares Nick Foles to Rocky, right? So we already know Foles is Rocky, just more of that. Check this out. Foles has the best single season. I knew this, I just forgot it. Single season touchdown to interception ratio in NFL history, 27-2, and he did it twice. He did it twice. Imagine this Browns team with a quarterback that's only thrown 2 picks all year and gave him 27 touchdowns. They'd be fucking undefeated. Jesus. Okay. Foles and the Eagles nearly went on another unlucky run the season after a Super Bowl win, but the magic ran out in New Orleans. I told you, I knew as strongly as I believe Foles would win that Super Bowl at the time. I was like, they cannot play the Saints. Okay, then sure enough, they play the Saints next year and fucking lose. I didn't know because I stopped watching after we won the Super Bowl because who fucking cares? We already got it, right? So Michael Vick opens up about emotional fallout after losing starting quarterback role. Why is he popping up in December to talk about when he lost his job to Nick Foles? And like Lamar is the next Mike Vick, right? So Jackson rips Baltimore Ravens. Harbaugh gets real on Justin Tucker. Hints at wide receiver drama. Okay, so just problems there. We've also got the curse of Marino helping us get past our Dolphins, so that's nice. I love that Jerry Jeudy made Steve Smith Sr. eat a piece of humble pie, and check it out, Agent 89. So, of course, all the receivers to pop up, it's 89 for our 86 coding. And I forgot to put this pick in the slides coming up, but here's your Zach Galifianakis and Jason Kelsey together. Okay, so the best part about all the coincidences I bring up is I always leave about half of them on the table, and it's like at least they're on the screen or something, so maybe you'll get lucky and you caught it. But as far as one I left out in the last video, Foles' last contract was $88 million. He was the 88th pick in the draft by Andy Reid. So many people already know that Nick Foles is Jon Heder, the Napoleon Dynamite guy. Coach thinks he knows another one. Coach thinks it's also Beck. And Coach has seen Beck in concert as recently as his birthday this year. It was the number one person on his list to see out of any musical act, and he drove hours to go see him. So he's a big Beck fan. He feels pretty confident that that is Beck. You look at the Heater one specifically. I'm not saying it's a dead ringer, but I don't see anything wrong with it at all, right? So just some random comments. You're going to find a billion things like this, right? So Nick Foles' lack of ego made him special. His teammates loved him. The city loved him. He's an enigma, a backup QB, broke records, but for whatever reason, never given that Eagles starter job. Never made it since then and still today, right? So as the way the story is written, it doesn't make sense. Is that the way our NFL, they write shit just where it's like, oh, we don't really know why Nick Foles just always got the shaft? Or is he going to prove everybody wrong? I love this. When he was on the Bears quarterback Nick Foles gets his last and possibly best chance. Didn't he go on to win the fucking Super Bowl for the Eagles? Like, what clown shit? Zach Ertz is what the fuck is his name? Christian Channing Tatum. Zach Ertz is Channing Tatum. No big deal. Jason Kelsey is Zach Galifianakis too. If you didn't know that one. Let's see. Thought this was interesting the way they're like making it to where it's like they show you it's all a big joke. So not only did Ohio State lose 13-10 to Michigan on Saturday, but McCord threw for 380 yards and 3 touchdowns in a win over number 6 Miami the same day. So a quarterback they dusted. Connect the dots between his transfer to Columbus and the Buckeyes had familiar result against a rival, and you'll get the joke. There's other articles like the former Buckeyes stand-up comedy debut. Like they're just, it's always just some har shit. It's all a big joke. Oregon Ducks, biggest winners of National Signing Day, best secondary in nation. Oh man, does that make me scared of them this year, or are they going to be even better next year? They can win it then. Okay, yeah, we'll wait. They can just bow out to our Buckeyes. That's fine. Coach has a library update. He has a very, very long wish list, so he usually doesn't put wish list ones on here. But this one was interesting enough. Day of the Dog by Hanford Dixon. This one has not been secured yet, but it certainly will be in due time. We have maxed out the budget. We have maxed out the points. We have dipped into the credit. We don't have any more rope to give to the library, but we will be just fine at least until the Super Bowl. Then we're gonna have to stock up on some more Cavs and Guardian shit in. We want to try to grab one more UCLA book in the process. I want to get 88 and 1. So here's some ones Coach shelled out his own money for to get us. City of Champions, History of Triumph and Defeat in Detroit. And I did my due diligence with the reviews. There's a lot of books I thought looked good and ended up being trash. These ones I was like, I don't know. And I was like, actually, this looks really good. So that $5 City of Champions, that's a steal. That's usually way more, and it's supposed to be pretty good. Brownstown 1964, that's supposed to be one of Terry Pluto's best. Okay, so all about our 64 Browns. We love it. The best show in football, the 64 to 55 Browns. It's supposed to be a really, really good book. As you see, you couldn't find it for anywhere less than $15, right? So it's usually going for like 50. Okay. Terry Pluto's Things I've Learned from Watching the Browns. Not like some big hidden gem, but it's just known to be like one of the best ones, and I certainly think it could help us with the philosophy aspects. I loved this one. I had no problem paying 16 for this. Hidden History of Cleveland Sports. That's got to be a banger, right? Check this one out. $10 for Paul Brown's Ghost. How the Cleveland Browns and Cincinnati Bengals are haunted by Paul Brown, right? So Vintage Cavs, a warm look back at the Cavaliers. I really want The Miracle at Richfield by Roger Gordon. But we had to go with this one because we do trust Pluto. It's an easy read, and it's covering more Cavs than just one season. But we will certainly get Miracle at Richfield as well. We got Believe It, the Nick Foles story. You know that was a must-have. There was no way in hell we were going without that. We got the Browns Blues, 2 decades of utter frustration. Absolute steal on this, and a lot of these were buy 3, get 1 free. So Coach did pretty good. Like I said, it only ended up being like 100 for all these. Tracking available. Fearless. Doug Peterson, How an Underdog Becomes a Champion. Okay. Rocket Men, The Black Quarterbacks Who Revolutionized the NFL. Moneyball, The Art of Winning an Unfair Game. The Loneliest Lions Fan, 60 Years of a Fan's Frustration. Okay. Here's our stack that we have already in the mail. Ones you haven't seen, we got Terror in the City of Champions, basically about how secret societies started the Great Depression in Detroit. Making of Major League, just a bit inside look at the classic comedy. You know, we've already read False Start. We got Return of the King, LeBron James coming back to the Cavs. That's a New York Times bestseller. We got Season on the Brink now. We got Kingdom of Fire. That's about Wooden, Kareem, and Walton at UCLA. Crazy '08, that's on the list of good books that I wish I would have just waited on, though, because we don't need baseball right now. Same with Hustle. Same with Curse of Cohen. Same with How Baseball Happened. I would have still picked up Baseball, the movie, the book, because come on. But yeah, Summer of '68, Crazy '08, Hustle, Curse of Cohen, How Baseball Happened. I really wish I would have just subbed those out for stuff we need right now. You know, maybe even just like the other, like the Eagles, the Underdog book, the Eagles Underdog book, stuff like that. Now, other ones, oh yeah, we also picked up American Icon, How Alan Mulally Saved the Ford Motor Company. We also got something about women breaking codes in World War II. I also want to get Navajo Code Talkers. But yeah, this video is just to show you, Coach is big serious. You know, we ain't fucking around here. So we're about to get on this shit big time. Appreciate you watching.